I haven't done a vlog in so long, I don't even know how to remember how to start these. Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Morgan, this is my channel Pisces Paperbacks, and today I'm going to bring you on a little reading vlog. So I have the day off, it's just about 9 o'clock on Tuesday, and I have some things I'd like to do today. First of all, I want to start reading Conjure Woman by Afia Atakora. This is a book that a couple friends and I decided we wanted to read together like literally months ago, and I have not picked up a physical book since the first week of August, and I would like to read this today since I have the time off. I want to get halfway through, around 200 pages, and then finish it up on Thursday, my next day off. So that's my first goal. Secondly, I want to go to the bookstore and buy a copy of Cemetery Boys because I finished it yesterday and I cried, and I need my own copy desperately. I loved it so much. It was amazing. 5 stars. Spoiler alert for my end of the month wrap up, but that was a 5-star book. Probably one of my favorites definitely one of my favorites of the year. So we will be going book shopping, and I'll probably get some more things than just that one book because I am who I am and I can't resist. But I'm also listening to The Chalk Man by CJ Tudor. Oh, my cat is crying. Oh, she's so sweet. I'm also reading The Chalk Man by CJ Tudor, which is a book recommendation I got from Books and Lala. I think she read it earlier this year. Okay, maybe last year. I'm liking it so far. I'm 44% in. It's not like my favorite, but I'm interested to see where it's going, so that's the audiobook I'll be listening to. I hope you enjoy this little video and coming along with me on my day off. It's my lucky day. So much company I'm getting today. It's a little bit later, and I have read the first like 35 pages of Conjure Women, and I realized I never told you what this book is about. So since I don't feel like I can really give like an off-the-cuff kind of summary of the plot, I'm just going to read the description on the inside of the book jacket. Conjure Women is a sweeping story that brings the world of the South before and after the Civil War vividly to life. Spanning generations, it explores the lives of 3 unforgettable women: Miss Maybelle, a wise healer, her precocious and observant daughter Rue, who was reluctant to follow in her mother's footsteps as a midwife, and their master's daughter Verena. The secrets and bonds among these women come to a head at the birth of an accursed child who sets the townspeople alight with fear, spreading superstition, and threatens their newly won, tenuous freedom. I'm very interested. It's a debut, and it's written in an interesting style so far. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I definitely don't dislike it. And my friends who have read this book already say that it made them really upset and like sad. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. It's almost 11, so my plan is to read up until like 11:30, 11:45, and then head out to the bookstore and do a little shopping, and then maybe like sit outside somewhere and read. Maybe I'll just go in my backyard for a little, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so I just finished part 1 of Conjure Women. It ended on page 86, I believe. I think it's not the type of historical fiction that I would pick out for myself in the first place, so I'm kind of going into it already thinking like, am I gonna like it? But I'm definitely not disliking it. It's very anxious. There's multiple timelines happening back when Rue, who's like kind of, as far as I consider, the main character, when she was a child, kind of witnessing her mother performing like healing and magic and hoodoo as a child on the plantation or on the property, and then her as an adult. She's about 20. It's a few years after emancipation, and there's a preacher in town trying to stir up animosity between the people and her, and she's been delivering all the babies, and there's like a cursed baby or something like that, and I'm just getting very anxious. So I think it's doing a good job delivering like the stressful situation, and I am interested to see where it's going to go, because as of right now I'm not really sure, like, but I do like how the hoodoo and the magic has been represented in these beautiful lyrical descriptions. So I don't know, but it is right now a little bit after 12, and I think I'm gonna head out to the store, and while I'm there I am going to listen to The Chalk Man, so while I'm out of the house and I can't read. So It'll be fun. Okay, so I'm on my way to Barnes & Noble. I think I'm gonna stop at Wawa first to grab some cold brew. I don't usually drink coffee, but I went last week with my uncle and his girlfriend, and it was really, really delicious, so I wanted to get another one. But I thought that while I was on my way to the store, I would tell you guys about Cemetery Boys if you hadn't heard of it, because that is the book that I am making this trip to get. So basically, Cemetery Boys is about Yadriel, and he is a trans boy living in East LA, and he and his community is made up of brewhexes, and brewhos can help spirits pass on and basically summon spirits, and then brujas can heal. And Yadriel wants to be a brujo. He wants to go through his coming of age ceremony, but his family isn't accepting and didn't allow him to go through as a brujo. They wanted him to do it as a bruja, which obviously he's not. So he does the ceremony in secret, and that same night his cousin is killed, and he decides that to prove himself, he's going to summon the spirit of his cousin, figure out what happened to him, and then show his whole family that he's a brujo. However, he accidentally summons Julian Diaz, who was killed the same night. In my last video, I was calling him Julian, and that's because I listened to the audiobook and they said his name with the Spanish accent the whole time, but I didn't realize other people were just calling him Julian, which I'm like, it would have been easier for me as somebody who sounds ridiculous trying to speak in a Spanish accent. But Julian is he was a bad boy at school, and they decide that they're gonna figure out who killed him. But over the 3 days they spend together, mayhaps there are feelings, and it was just the most wonderful, like, gay yearning with ghosts, queer teenagers, found family. Like, I loved it so much, and that is why I am going to get a copy a day after finishing it, because usually I would wait until there's a paperback because I like paperbacks better, but I don't think I can live another day without my own copy of this book because I need it. Took one sip and immediately spilled on my white shirt, so I came home to change. Don't know why I got changed into another white shirt, but here I am. I went absolutely crazy in Barnes & Noble. I came for one book. I got 6. And I'm really excited, but it was a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Why are books so expensive? Like, I get it. I understand, but why? Also, I forgot to say that while I was in there and walking around, which I was in there for like an hour and 20 minutes, I went from 44% done to the Chalkman to 75% the Chalkman, or like 50 to 7. I'm at 75% done the Chalkman. It's still like pretty average for me. I'm kind of excited to see what the twist is going to be, because that is going to make or break it. I mean, like all thrillers. I think I'm just thinking that I like psychological thrillers in theory. I just want them to be a little bit more action, more kind of investigation, and I think maybe I need to find like a subgenre specifically that I can look for that might have more of that. So we'll see. Hello and welcome to the next section of my vlog. We are in my backyard again. Oop, there is something on the camera. And this time I'm sitting on the ground because I wanted to spend time with my doggy, and I want to show you guys the books I got. I'm so excited. So let me just get you set up, because I'm gonna put my tiny little camera tripod on the bench in front of me, so give me a second. Okay, so it's a little loud and the lighting is pretty crappy, but I don't want to be staring into the sun, so this is just what you're gonna have to deal with. So, okay, I got 6 books because I love spending money, and I will start from the top. So I got Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I don't know if you can see it. You'll see it eventually. And this book is amazing. I already gave it 5 stars. I finished reading it yesterday. I love having my own copy. Let's see if there's something special. There's like a little rose embossed thing on the cover. The side's so beautiful, and I am so happy. The voice actor, the narrator of the audiobook, is also a trans Latinx person, so highly recommend the audiobook. Highly recommend the book in general. Love that shit. Up next is the other book that I got that I've read already, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I bought a copy of this in January, read it, and loved it. and gave it 4 stars, but I lent my copy to someone in Texas and then moved back to New Jersey, so I'm never gonna get that copy back again. And I wanted the Barnes & Noble edition because it has some fun extras in the back where Leigh Bardugo basically annotates the first chapter of the book. So I wanted to get that because I was going to read it eventually but never got around to it. So I'm glad I have my own copy again because I want to reread this and I liked it. Okay, my camera fell over, but hopefully we're back. Up next is a book that you've definitely heard of, and that's Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power. I read Wilder Girls earlier this year and really liked it, and I had an art copy of this and never got around to reading it before it was released, and then my NetGalley thing expired, so I didn't have it anymore, but I still wanted to read this because I liked Wilder Girls so much, and I know this is very different. Oh, I didn't say what Ninth House is about. So Ninth House is about Alex Stern, who gets invited to join the Yale secret societies because she can see ghosts and basically become a secret society magic police for the eight magic houses at Yale. Very good murder mystery, spooky, ghosts, vibey, good. This is completely different. This is about Margot. It's just been her and her mom her whole life, and she wants to learn a little bit more about her family. So she discovers her mom's hometown and goes there and kind of gets a little bit more than she bargained for in terms of family secrets. So very excited. I've heard that this goes in a direction that you really don't expect, and I can't wait to read it. The next one I got is The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates. This one I was really surprised to see because I've only seen this author on like Amazon because I think she it's a small press book, and neither of my libraries that I have library cards to had it, but she basically writes a lot of haunted house books. This is the one that seemed the most interesting to me. It's about Adrienne, and she inherits a crumbling old mansion that everyone in town says is haunted, but she's desperate, so she moves in, and then once she moves in, horrible things start happening. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I love a haunted house. Those are my favorite kind of horror movies. I haven't really read that many haunted house books, so I think that'll be good. And then last two are two that I had never heard of before, which is really exciting, and they're also recommendations from the booksellers at Barnes & Noble. So occasionally I will go into the children's section and somebody will be like, do you need help finding anything? And I'll go, I read Nevermore, the Trials of Morgan Crow, and I loved it, and I'm looking for something whimsical middle grade. And so she's like, I think you'd like Winterhouse by Ben Guterson, and this is about an orphan named Elizabeth Somers. Her aunt and uncle ship her off to the ominous Winterhouse. Upon arrival, Elizabeth quickly discovers that Winterhouse has many charms, notably its massive library, and it's not long before she locates a magical book of puzzles that will unlock a mystery involving the sinister family in this hotel. I'm really excited. I think it looks really cute. I think the cover is like really cute and cool. I love the illustration style, and I'm just excited. And then the last one, super seasonally appropriate, and that is Thorn Hill by Pam Smy. So this is like kind of like Hugo Cabret. It's partially a graphic novel and partially written. Oh, I'm showing you all pictures right now. Oh yeah, there you go. Partially graphic, kind of, yeah, like Hugo Cabret, and it seems very creepy. It's about an orphan who is living in this house and facing a bully, and starts to try and unravel the mystery of Thornhill, the house where she lives. The little blurby thing says, a lonely girl in a new town, a ghostly figure in the window, a derelict old house, and a mystery spanning the decades. So I'm super excited to get to this month, hopefully, and I spent so much money, but I'm so happy. Now I'm gonna read a little bit more of, where did it go? Conjure Women, and try to get to page like one. Oh, they scratched it. I'm at page 98, so I'm gonna try and get to like 150 right now. So I should be outside for like an hour, and it'll be a good time. You're very disruptive to the reading process, my love. So pretty though. I just got back from picking up something at Target and dropping it off at my brother's apartment, but I also finished the Chalkman, so I need to go eat dinner with my family, but I will update you on that later. I'm also on page like 180 something, I think, of Conjure Women. So actually making progress today is really nice because my attention span has basically been shit for like 2 years. So hello, time for my Chalkman update. So I realized I never told you what it was about. It's one of those thrillers where there's like a mystery in the past that's getting revealed in the present in sort of like a dual timeline thing. This one was about a murder that a bunch of kids found the body in like 1986, and then in the present day like revealing like who actually the killer was. This book originally came onto my radar because Books and Lala really liked it, but unfortunately I feel pretty neutral. Like, I wasn't ever really creeped out, and while I didn't guess the reveal, I also didn't find it particularly interesting or shocking. With all that in mind, I think I have to give it like 2 stars, because if I'm going with like the rating of like 1 star, like the Goodreads definitions, which are 1 star, didn't like it, 2 stars, it was okay, 3 stars, liked it, 4 stars, loved it, 5 stars, new favorite. Like, I think it was like okay, I have to give it a 2. I don't think it was bad. I could kind of see why people liked it. I can more easily see why people don't like it, so I guess I'm on the more negative side. But I'm also, like I said, like 180 exactly pages into Conjure Women, so I'm gonna try and finish that now. Page 200 is not on a chapter break. Page 198 is a chapter break, so if I want to get past 200, I have to read up until page 220, I believe. Welcome to the end of the vlog. So I never got to wrap up last night, so I want to do like a little closing thing and then basically say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a really fun time yesterday. It's the first time I've had like a reading day in months, because basically when I'm home, I'm like watching TV or on TikTok, and when I'm at work, I'm listening to audiobooks, and that's kind of how I've been reading for 2 months. So it was really nice to have like this reading day at home on my day off, because I do love reading. I love reading a lot. Yesterday I finished up the Chalkman, I talked about that, and I did get to page 220 of Conjure Women. Still feeling meh about it because I don't dislike it, I've said before, but I'm not loving it. So I'm gonna finish it. We'll see how it goes. But even if I don't like the book, I will have been glad to read it because I'm gonna get to talk about it with my friends, and it'll be the first physical book that I've read in 2 months. I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments what kind of books you've been reading, or if you've read any of the books that I've read. Actually, if you read the Chalkman, please comment, because I need to talk to someone about it just to like work out my feelings. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.